The night was quiet, almost too quiet. Rain tapped softly on the roof, and the house smelled of soap and damp clothes. I was about to lie down when I heard something strange. A low voice. At first, I thought my ears were playing tricks on me. But then I heard it clearly. "Please, I'm sorry." Another voice followed, weak but firm. "Don't leave me." Eh. My heart jumped. Who was begging like this? Who was pleading inside my own bathroom? I moved slowly, my bare feet making no sound on the cold floor. The bathroom door was closed, but his voice came out clear. It was my husband's voice. The same man who had never said sorry to me. The same man who carried himself like a warrior at home, an almighty soldier who backed orders like a commander. The same man who had never bent his voice for me, never begged me, not even once, even when he was wrong. Yet tonight, I heard him crying. Yes, crying. I pressed my ear to the door. My blood ran cold. This man was begging a woman. He was begging her not to leave him. At that moment, I knew something was not right. That woman must be so important to him for him to bend his iron pride. My chest grew heavy, but I needed to hear more. I needed to know what was going on. I reached quietly for my phone. My hands shook, but I opened the recorder and pressed the red button. His voice was loud, so I didn't have to strain. Every word, every breath, every cry was caught. Then I heard something that nearly stopped my heart. "I just sent 400K to you," he said, his voice trembling. "I will make it up to you." HA. My eyes widened. 400,000 naira. I almost shouted but bit my lips hard. My head felt like fire. For 4 months now, he had told me he was broke. I was the one taking care of the home, paying bills, buying food, even making sure the children had their needs met. I thought I was helping my husband. I thought I was supporting him through hard times. Yet here he was, giving 400K to another woman. The floor beneath me felt like it would break. I felt cheated. I felt used. I felt doomed. But I stayed silent. Then he said again, "Give me some time. I will restock your shop with new goods." If I can open a shop for you, why can't I restock it? I'm sorry for asking how the stocks went down. I'm sorry for asking what you were using the money for. I understand, business can be funny sometimes. My head wanted to burst. I wanted to scream, to bang the door, to tear something. So this was it. This man who shouted at me when I asked for little things, who looked at me with fire when I asked for money for food, who made me feel like I was begging him, was here melting like butter for another woman. Oh, God. I felt like running mad. That was the moment I understood something deep. No man is truly strict. They only act hard with the ones they don't value. For the one they truly love, they are soft like water. My husband had opened a shop for another woman, sending her money and sweet words, while I was here playing the role of breadwinner. My knees felt weak, but still I listened. He told her to learn new styles for him. He promised they would meet the next week for sweet lovemaking. My hands trembled so badly I almost dropped my phone. That night, I could not sleep. I lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling, the rain still falling outside. My chest rose and fell like waves. The man beside me snored softly, like a baby with no sin, but I knew the truth. The next morning, I acted as if nothing had happened. But fire burned inside me. I walked to him and said calmly, "There's nothing to eat in the house." He looked at me with sharp eyes. "Are you mad? Or are you going mad? Don't you know what I am passing through? Why are you asking me for money?" I bit my tongue. My heart raced. I whispered, "I am not mad. Stop being harsh with me. It's a simple request." His eyes grew darker. "How dare you talk while I am talking? When did this see finish start? If you don't shut up, I will beat hell out of you. His voice thundered like war drums, but this time, something inside me broke free. I shouted back. I am not your daughter that you can beat. Enough is enough. My voice echoed through the house. For 8 years of marriage, I had never raised my voice to this man. Never. I shook whenever he called me. I trembled when he raised his hand. At any time, I feared a slap might land. But this morning was different. He was shocked. He stared at me like I was a stranger. I am done being the husband in this house, I told him. From today, you will take over your responsibility. He hissed. Then watch your children starve. That is not my business. I stepped closer. If you did not watch your concubine starve, then you dare not watch my children starve. School has resumed. Their fees must be paid. If not, we would drag each other to court. He froze. His lips trembled. Which concubine? He asked weakly. The one you opened a shop for, I replied sharply. The one you sent 400K to yesterday. The one you are meeting next week. His voice went down like a candle in the wind. He stammered, give me till next month. Borrow money and pay the children's fees. I will return it. He tried to step close, maybe to sweet-talk me, maybe to touch me. But I lifted my hand. Maintain your stand, I said coldly. I took a deep breath. My car, the one you drive to work from tomorrow, I will use it. Fix your own car. I am tired of running after buses in the rain when I have my own ride. His face twisted. And let me warn you, I continued. If you think you can do anything funny to me, my brothers already know everything. I turned and walked away, my legs shaking but my heart strong. That night, the rain returned, heavy and wild. Morning came. He thought I would pity him because of the weather. But I entered my car and drove off, rain splashing against the glass. For the first time in years, I felt joy. I felt freedom. When I came back in the evening, he was drenched, his clothes stuck to his skin. He had walked in the rain. It sweetened me. I was supposed to be the one soaked and tired, but not anymore. The drama had just started. No more shivering. No more fear. Hate for hate. Shout for shout. I had found my voice. The following day were not quiet. Our home was no longer the same. He tried to act like the soldier again, lifting his voice, stamping his feet, pretending nothing had changed. But it was too late. Something had broken inside me, and something stronger had risen. I no longer trembled. I no longer bent. One evening, he came into the sitting room while I was helping the children with homework. His voice was softer than before. About the school fees, he began. I looked up, come. They are paid. His mouth opened, then shut. He swallowed hard. You should have waited. I told you to borrow money, I would return it. I met his eyes steadily. And I told you, I am not borrowing for your children while you send money to a stranger. The children glanced between us, sensing the fire in the room. I smiled at them, touched their heads, and whispered, go to your room. When they left, the air grew heavy. He rubbed his forehead. Don't bring outsiders into this. Don't tell your brothers. Don't. I cut him off sharply. Then stop giving me reasons to. They already know. Every word you said in that bathroom is safe in my phone. I am not afraid of you anymore. His chest rose and fell, anger and shame wrestling inside him. For a moment, I thought he would explode. But he only turned and left the room. The next morning, I wore my neat gown, tied my scarf, and carried my bag. The car keys jingled in my hand like freedom bells. He stood by the doorway, watching me. Where are you going? He asked. To work, I said simply. He frowned. So, You would just leave me here. You don't even care. I paused, my hand on the car door. Did you care when I was running under the rain, when I was begging for food, when our children's future shook before your eyes? His lips tightened. He had no answer. I drove away, rain splashing lightly on the windscreen, and my heart lifted. For the first time, I felt like I was steering not just the car, but my own life. The following week, whispers began. Neighbors noticed the change. They saw him standing in the rain one day, waiting for transport, while I drove past in my car. They saw him return home soaked, while I returned dry. Some shook their heads. Some whispered. Some even smiled. He hated it. I could see it in his eyes. His pride was bleeding in front of the world. One night, he sat at the edge of the bed, his head in his hands. "Why are you doing this?" he asked. I laughed bitterly. "Why did you do what you did? Why did you open a shop for another woman while your own children lacked? Why did you give her $400K while I carried the weight of this house alone?" He lifted his eyes, tears glistening. "I made a mistake." I shook my head slowly. "No. You made choices. And choices have consequences." My brothers visited the next day. Strong men, bold voices. They greeted him, but their eyes were sharp. He avoided their gaze, pretending to read a newspaper. "Take care of our sister," one of them said firmly. "If she cries again because of you, it will not end well." He nodded quickly, his voice thin. "I understand." I watched silently, my heart steady. For years, I had been alone in this fight. Now, he knew I was not alone anymore. The children's school called to say the fees were confirmed. Their books were ready. Their laughter filled the house again, light and joyful. In their joy, I found strength. At night, I prayed. "God, you see my heart. I am not fighting for pride. I am fighting for respect, for peace, for my children's future. Guide me." A calmness settled over me. One Friday evening, he came home with a bag. He dropped it on the table. "This is for the house." I opened it. Groceries, rice, oil, beans, even meat. My eyes widened. It had been months since he provided anything. I looked at him quietly. He cleared his throat. I want to do better. Please, let's not fight anymore." I folded my arms. Better is not in words. It is in actions. If you want peace, then prove it every day. He nodded slowly, his shoulders heavy. The next Sunday, we went to church together. I wore my bright wrapper and walked with my head high. The children skipped beside me. He walked a step behind, silent, thoughtful. People looked at us differently. They saw I was no longer the quiet, trembling wife. They saw strength in my eyes. During the sermon, the pastor spoke of respect and love in marriage. I felt his words pierce the air like arrows. I did not look at my husband, but I knew he heard. At night, as the rain fell again, I stood by the window. Water streamed down the glass, the sky roaring. Yet inside me, there was peace. He lay on the bed, silent, watching me. "You have changed," he said softly. I turned, meeting his eyes. "No. I found myself." He nodded, a sad smile flickering. "I don't know if I can win you back." I breathed deeply. "That depends on the choices you make. But one thing is sure, I will never lose myself again." Weeks passed. Slowly, he began to change. Not completely, but enough. He no longer shouted carelessly. He no longer raised his hand. Sometimes, I caught him staring at me, like a man seeing his wife for the first time. But I was not the same woman he once ruled. I was stronger now, wiser, free. One evening, After putting the children to bed, I stepped outside. The moon shone through the clouds, the ground still wet from rain. I lifted my face to the sky and smiled. I had been through fire, but I had not burned. I had been through storms, but I had not drowned. I had found my voice. And now, whatever road lay ahead, I knew I could walk it with strength. The drama had started with whispers behind the bathroom door, but it ended here, with me standing tall, free, and unafraid. The story teaches that silence in the face of oppression only feeds abuse, but courage can break chains. It shows that no matter how long someone suffers in fear, the day they find their voice is the day their freedom begins. True strength is not in shouting or threats, but in respect, love, and responsibility. It also reminds us that betrayal always exposes itself. A person may act hard and strict to one partner but soft and gentle to another, proving that harshness is a choice, not a nature. Above all, the story highlights that every woman has power inside her. When she decides to stand, she can protect her children, demand respect, and rebuild her dignity, no matter how broken the past has been. In short, do not fear standing for yourself. Love must come with respect, and responsibility must begin at home. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with friends, spread the lesson, and let more people learn that true love is greater than gold. For more unforgettable folktales, remember to subscribe to AB Folktale Stories. Don't forget to like, share, and spread the stories, only on AB Folktale Stories, where wisdom lives forever.